Hello. Welcome to Speak English Daily. I'm really happy you're here. Today, we're going to explore a question that almost every English learner asks. Why do I keep forgetting English words? Have you ever learned a new word, used it once, and then completely forgot it a few days later? Don't worry. You're not alone. The problem is not your memory. The problem is how most people learn new words. In today's lesson, you'll discover why this happens. And you'll learn a simple way to remember English words more naturally. As always, don't just listen. Read every sentence aloud with me. Speak slowly. Speak clearly. And enjoy the practice. Let's begin.
Have you ever learned a new English word, only to forget it a few days later? This happens to almost every English learner. You may think your memory is weak, but that's usually not the real problem. The truth is that most people try to memorize words instead of using them. Our brain remembers information that we see, hear, speak, and use many times. If you only read a word once, your brain doesn't think it's important enough to keep. That is why the word slowly disappears from your memory. The good news is that you can change this by learning in a smarter way. The biggest mistake many learners make is trying to memorize long lists of English words. They read a word, learn its meaning, and hope they will remember it forever. But our brain does not work that way. It remembers words more easily when they are connected to real situations, conversations, or stories. Think about the word hungry. If you only memorize its meaning, you may forget it soon. But if you say, I'm hungry, let's have lunch, and use it in your daily life, your brain begins to treat that word as useful. The more you see it, hear it, speak it, and read it in different situations, the stronger your memory becomes. Instead of collecting hundreds of new words, focus on using a few words again and again until they become a natural part of your English. There is another reason people forget English words. They learn too many words in one day and never review them again. Imagine trying to remember the names of 100 new people after meeting them only once. It would be almost impossible. English vocabulary works the same way. Your brain needs time to build strong memories. Instead of learning 50 new words today, try learning 5 useful words and use them several times during the week. Read them aloud, write them in short sentences, and say them in real conversations. Every time you use a word, you make the connection stronger. Little by little, those words become a natural part of your everyday English, and you no longer have to struggle to remember them. One of the best ways to remember English words is by reading stories aloud. When you read aloud, you are doing 4 important things at the same time. You see the words with your eyes, hear them with your ears, speak them with your voice, and understand them in a meaningful context. This gives your brain several chances to remember the same word. That is why reading aloud is much more effective than silently memorizing vocabulary lists. Every story introduces words naturally, making them easier to understand and remember. If you read just 10 or 15 minutes every day, your vocabulary will grow without feeling difficult or stressful. Little by little, speaking English will become more natural, and the words will come to your mind more easily whenever you need them. So, if you want to stop forgetting English words, don't try to learn more words. Instead, try to use the words you already know more often. Read stories aloud, listen carefully, speak every day, and review useful words regularly. Learning English is not a race. It is a habit that becomes stronger with daily practice. Every sentence you read, every word you speak, and every conversation you have helps your brain remember more naturally. Be patient with yourself and keep going. One day, you'll realize that the words you once struggled to remember now come to you without even thinking. That's how real English fluency is built. Excellent work. You have successfully completed today's English reading practice. Today, you didn't just learn why people forget English words. You practiced reading English aloud. You spoke English with confidence. And with every sentence, you strengthened your vocabulary. Remember, English words stay in your memory when you use them again and again. So keep reading, keep speaking, and keep practicing every day. Little by little, your English will become more natural. Be proud of yourself. You showed up, you practiced, and you finished today's lesson. Thank you for learning with Speak English Daily. I'll see you in the next lesson.